Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance, and this is an SU-8, the Tier 6 Soviet SPG, and we're on the defending spawn of Sand River, and it's being commanded by UKSkaface. Now, what can we say about the SU-8 that you may not know? Well, it was actually built on the chassis of a T-28 tank. It's got a very good high arc, which means that very similar to the Hummel, it has the ability to hit targets that hide behind cover, and it's also fairly immune to counter battery shots, although and quite fast, although I have been known to take a few out in the past. Okay, he's set himself up on the left hand side of the battlefield, on the west side, and we're looking for targets, and some have appeared straight away. We've got a 5916 and the T-3485. The 5916 appears to be doing an early scout, and that 12 ton is going to deter him, but he's also got good sights on that SU-100, and he's dialing in his aim, getting ready to shoot. That SU-100 is not going to move much. Oh, he has been hit now, so he might move. Rounds out. Well, that was a splash, 55 hit points, but he's picked up some stun assists, so it was worthwhile. And that SU-100 is now down to 10 hit points, so I don't think he'll last very long. And as he backs away, of course, the splash would be enough to kill him. And I think that's what UKSkaface is going to do. And he gets him! Yep, he picked him up. He got the last 10 hit points and took him out of the battle. Right, that 5916 has taken a hell of a pounding. He's missing most of his hit points. And he's disappeared from sight temporarily. Now hopefully that 12 ton will pick him up in a second or so. No, he hasn't, but he's picked up two other targets. A Tiger 1 and a Panzer IV Ausführung H. And that's a good strike there on the Tiger 1. 272 hit points. Panzerkampfwagen 6. Or 6. Or Sext, I should say, actually. Okay, it's taking a lot of punishment there. And UKSkaface dials in nicely. Oh, it was a splash. But it's gone out of the battle now. 6 hit points, so he picks that up on stun assist, because he actually stunned the vehicle. He didn't actually do any damage on the second shot, so that was unfortunate. But he did contribute to the destruction of the Tiger. And the Leopard's popping up now. And he's found something for us. That Panzer IV Ausführung H, who's taking a bit of fire, and that round goes over the top. That's unfortunate. That's RNG for you, I'm afraid. The SU-8 is quite accurate, so for the round to go over like that, bad RNG. It's very similar in many ways to the M44 in its fire rate. Reloads just slightly longer than the M44, but it is quite nippy, it's quite fast, so it's also one of those really useful arties to have in your inventory. And he stuns the T-34. The shell went right over the top of the engine bay, lands on the ground behind him, but he was within the splash zone, so he did pick up some stun. Right, that T-67 is poking, just popping up on the ridgeline every now and then just to take a shot, backing down. Okay, now's the opportunity to hit him while he's in the dip. Runs out. I think it's going to be a bit late. Oh my god, it wasn't! It was right on the money! I think that was good RNG, because that shell hit the target. I thought it was going to land behind the T-67. It landed right on him. Very satisfying bang as he took it out the battle. Now that OI is in a very difficult position because he's trying to fire up over the dune. So he's going to have to relocate and head east. I tend to favour these positions because from there you can actually attack both sides of the battlefield without the dunes interfering. If you're too far over to the far west, the dunes do get in the way, so you have to rise up the dunes. But if you do that, that puts you at risk for any tank that pokes, like this OI. And he's got up onto the high area, and that round is out. Direct hit, beautiful hit, right into the side. 208 hit points straight away. And he's stunned him, he's tracked him. Yep, he's fixed his tracks, but we're still reloading. Still got a little while to go. We've lost sight of him temporarily, but there's a light tank up there. Now hopefully that light tank will spot him very shortly. Rounds out. Okay, well he got a hit there. 175 from a splash. Unfortunately he's been joined by a Panther. And that just makes it more complicated because there's now 3 enemy tanks in close proximity. There's an AMX CLC as well. And the OI's gone down. That's good. He was taken out by the Gorilla, who's actually to slightly further south of here. There he is, just up on the ridgeline. And he got a hit there into the Panther. He's picked up 302 hit points from the Panther. Now that T-67 will do a nice spotting job if only he can keep them in sight. Unfortunately we still can't see that AMX CLC, and we know he's there. Right, 4 minutes 30 seconds is coming up now. And the enemy is down by 4 tanks, so they're going to have difficulty trying to win this. There's the AMX, we can see that. Okay, lining up on the Panther. Round out, direct hit right into his front. 154 hit points, and they took the AMX CLC. KV-85 got him. And that Panther is about to be trolled by that T-67, who's going to sit behind him and plug him full of holes. I don't think the Panther likes that. He's turning to try and engage the T-67, but he's losing his hit points in the process, and before UKSkaface can get around into him, he's taken out of the game by the T-67, who, for self-preservation's sake, needed to get that kill, otherwise he was going to be next. And that means that the enemy is now down to just 1 medium tank and 3 artillery. Mind you, one of those artillery is a Fifi, the other's an M44, and the third one is an S51. There's the S51. It can be seen. He's been spotted. And that light tank over to the west is spotting him for us. Okay, we're dialing in because hopefully he's not going to move. Rounds out. And it goes through and takes out the S51. So that's UKSkaface's 3rd kill of the game. And the Leopard should be able to find the other 2 for us. The Fifi won't have gone far. There's the Fifi. Okay, he's up in the pass, which makes it difficult. And he is facing down on the Leopard. So that Leopard's going to have a difficult job trying to get close. And remember, the Fifi is based on a heavy tank. And there's the M44. Been sighted. Round out. Direct hit. 221 right into the side. And he's cured his stun, but it was too late. The Leopard came up and finished him off. So there's just the last remaining tank because the M44 was taken out, and that's a Crusader. And we don't know where he is, but I think he's on the east side of the battlefield. We don't know precisely where he is. I suspect he's up in the top far corner of the map, somewhere around about the C0 or... And we should see him any second if he is up there. No, he's not up there. So where's he gone? How do you hide a Crusader, a medium tank, on this battlefield? Unless he's in the... There he is! Oh my god, he managed to get all the way to the cap area. And that round was enough to splash him. It didn't kill him though. From the T-67 managed to pick up the kill, but that round splashed him and stunned him. So he did at least get 82 hit points and some stun assist off the Crusader. Let's have a look at the end of battle results for that one. And it's a first class tanker for UKSkaface in the SU-8. He also picked up a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 17. And he got a Gore's medal because he did more damage, exceeding 10 times the hit points of his own vehicle. And that was pretty good. And then he got the high caliber on top of that. He dealt the most damage in the battle, at least 20% of the enemy hit points. And we can see the tanks he hit over here. Now, if we have a look at team score. Well, top of the table when it comes to damage, obviously, 2,189 hit points. And he's also top of the table with the T-67 for 3 kills. So they could have platooned and picked up Brothers in Arms, but unfortunately T-67 obviously killed that Crusader as the last one, so he probably wasn't thinking about platooning at that point. He was just interested in getting the battle over. And when it came to base XP, again UKSkaface got the highest figure with 980. If we look at detail, well, 15 shots fired, 7 direct hits, 7 penetration and 7 splash. Damage of 2,189 hit points, of which 1,651 were at more than 300 meters. Now I think the closer ones were the Panther and the Crusader, which were a mite bit closer. He also hit 8 of the enemy but killed 3 of them. Did stun assistance damage of 373 hit points off 11 stuns. On a premium account he earned 42,497 credits, and after ammunition resupply, and ammunition is fairly cheap, it's under 1,000 round credits a round, he actually took away 30,347 credits. He received 1,470 XP, and it was ×2 for the first victory, and there was another 735 from personal reserves bonus, so he took away 3,675 in total. So that was a pretty good battle, and it showed the effectiveness of actually changing and moving direction when the enemy suddenly appeared on the wrong side of the battlefield. And it really worked for UKSkaface, because he was able then to put shells into the OI, the Panther, and the other tanks from the center of the battlefield. So if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay I'll be featuring in our next video.